Anastasiia Pokaz is originally from Odessa, but she is currently a creative manager of the X Jazz Festival in Berlin. You are originally from Odessa, but now you are living in the European Union and working here as the creative producer of a jazz festival. How you got from Ukraine to the European Union?
I fled from Ukraine because of the war. I took my rucksack, my best friend, and we ran through Moldavian border from Odessa to Chisinau. Then we took the bus to Romania, to Bucharest. And then from Bucharest I took a flight to Barcelona, where my friends were waiting for me. And in Barcelona I was invited to a jazz conference, which was called Jazz AM, because I was a jazz promoter in Ukraine for the last 8 years. I was promoting jazz, doing jazz concerts, managing jazz bands, working as a jazz singer, and tried to develop Odessa jazz scene, jazz community. And on this conference I met Sebastian Studnitzky, with whom I've been in contact previously because I wanted to bring X Jazz, which is the festival he founded 10 years ago. I wanted to bring this festival to Odessa to make a collaborational project. But then the COVID happened, and the war happened, and we never managed to do that. And occasionally we met in Barcelona, and he suggested me to work for X Jazz because I was looking for a job. Because since the war began I had no job, I had no money, I had no expectations about the future. And he offered me to work for X Jazz 2022. And I came to Berlin. We fitted quite good together professional-wise. We really made up a very good team. So he suggested me to work long-term, and I decided to stay in Berlin.
How you set up these collaborations and cooperations between Ukrainian art scene and jazz scene and the partners abroad? How was it before the war, and are there, for example, even now certain possibilities in Ukraine, in Odessa, to play live events there and make music, make cultural events?
As I was working in Ukraine as a jazz promoter for quite a while, I have a strong community of artists and producers and musicians in Odessa and all over Ukraine. In this current project, Memento Odessa, I take part of Ukrainian side, Sebastian takes part of German side, and we meet in the middle. I take part of the whole production and the orchestra from Ukrainian side, bureaucracy, documents, Odessa Philharmonic things. He takes care of the tour management, of organization of all this tour in Germany, and we are a dream team with Sebastian. I'm super thankful to God that I have this person in my life with whom I can create, and who trusts me and who supports me in all my stupidest ideas. He's the best. And how it works, you know, since all the world is so open to support Ukraine, it works quite well, thanks God. because the side of promoting the beauty of Ukrainian culture, the beauty of Ukrainian music, the beauty of Odessa Philharmonic Orchestra speaks loud from, not only from these orchestra musicians, it speaks from all the Ukrainian citizens, you know. And the people we are working with in Europe are very open-hearted and open-minded, and they open their hearts and their doors of their venues to help and to support this project, because they are amazing people and they want to bring awareness about the war situation to the German people and worldwide, because we are not on the news anymore. So the story should be told through different sources. Our way of communicating this tragic and awful story is music. So here we are.
And how is the jazz scene and the cultural scene generally currently in Odessa? Are there venues open? Are there concerts? Are there radio and TV shows produced in the moment? Or isn't it possible because of the current situation?
Everything is possible. Radios work, TVs work. Of course, they need to broadcast what is happening in Ukraine and worldwide. Venues work. The people are not so inspired and motivated anymore because they're very tired. I have just recently been in Odessa. We started a tour there with a beautiful concert in the Philharmonic Hall. And the people, you know, like when we were about to plan this concert, I made a lot of concerts in Odessa. But this time I was not sure if we should do it, because I didn't know what is the situation inside. Because I don't feel it, because I don't live there, because I didn't know what people want to do, what people are ready to do, how from the emotional side they feel themselves. Are they ready to go out, or they rather stay at home? And we decided to do it, whatever. And we've sold 998 tickets from 1,000 tickets. The people need it so much. The people need some fresh air in this vacuum. They are tired. They're very tired. And they need inspiration and they need hope. And music brings so much of inspiration and hope to life. Not so much is happening in Odessa, even though the places are opened until the curfew, which is at 12 midnight. But Kiev is more alive than Odessa now. Unfortunately, Odessa is not so active in promoting and creating events and stuff, but yeah, unfortunately.
How often are you pendling between European Union and Odessa?
Maybe once in a half a year, maybe a bit more often. My mom still lives in Odessa. Sometimes she visits me, sometimes I visit her, and I miss this city so much. I love this city. I love Odessa.
City. I have been there.
So much. Huh?
I have been there. It's a very beautiful city, the beautiful old town and the seaside. It's a quite nice place.
Yes.
Odessa was for a very long time predominantly Russian-speaking city. Now there are quite restrictive laws on minority languages in Ukraine. It is aiming mostly to get rid of the Russian language, but also negatively affecting other communities like the Hungarian minority in Zakarpattia. How is the current situation in Odessa? which languages are used? Still the Russian one, although it is forbidden officially to use, or the Ukrainian one, by those people who weren't talking the Ukrainian language in the everyday life for decades.
Odessa really is a very Russian-speaking city. Nothing is forbidden, you know. Nothing is forbidden because we are a democratical country, thanks God. Russian language is not forbidden, but it's not so welcomed anymore. The older generation prefer to speak Russian because I think that for them it's hard to switch. Young generation is switching quite quick and quite cool. I think this is because of this national conscious way of accepting who you are, you know. Because I think that after the war began, a lot of young people rethought their national identity and started being proud of it. And language is one of the most prominent and strong ways of showing up who you are for the people who don't know you to understand it from the first sight, you know. Yeah, the people are switching to Ukrainian language, and I find it a very good move. I don't know how it affects minorities, you know. Nothing is forbidden. Nobody is shaming another who is not switching to Ukrainian, you know. Everybody understands everybody. This is the best. This is the best, actually, what happened after the war began. I think that people started being so kind to each other, so understanding, and so empathetic. Which means you can be whatever. Just better to be a good person. But you can be whatever you are, you can speak whatever language, just be kind.
What are your plans for the near future here in Germany and in Ukraine and interconnecting these countries?
I don't have a long-term plan. I don't know. My plan is to be in the place where I can be as much efficient as I can, as much productive and useful. If it will be Ukraine, I will be in Ukraine. If it will be Germany, I will be in Germany. First I need to feel myself safe. And the second, I need to feel myself able to do what I feel like doing. I need to feel productive and efficient. Now I feel like I'm more efficient here. And I can do things that unfortunately I would not be able to do in Ukraine, support-wise. So I stay here now. What I will do next, who knows?